Good morning. We're going to be starting laying down. So if you're ready, go ahead and lay down. Um, Maybe even put a blanket on if that feels good. Might want some tea or some water nearby. This morning we're going to be talking about grounding. What is grounding? Why does that matter? What are people even talking about? So feel free to lay down if you're ready. Go ahead and lay down while I explain a couple things. Support yourself with anything you need. Pillows. Adjust your body so that you feel really supported. Yeah, I think I'm going to lay down too. Let's just get started and I'll kind of explain as I go. So I'll recommend constructive rest pose. That's with your feet flat on the floor. Maybe a bit wider than your hips, maybe as wide as a yoga mat, and your knees knocking together. Bonk. And this just gives a lot of support to the low back. It should feel really restorative, not like you're efforting at all. I recommend pressing into both feet, lifting the hips a little bit, and then setting the low back down again. That way you can feel the whole low back flush against the floor. And maybe snuggle your shoulder blades together under your back, opening the chest a bit. And this morning we're going to take both hands and place them on the belly, on the stomach. And maybe you've already instinctively started to breathe more deeply. But if not, invite that now. Just tune in with your own breath. You can breathe in through our nose or mouth, either way. And notice where inside of your body you can feel your breath. Maybe first of all you feel it on your skin, around your nose, your mouth. You feel the air coming in and out, maybe. Maybe as well you feel it in your chest, the upper part of the lungs. This morning, we're going to invite the breath all the way deep into the body, into the belly. So try that now if you're not already. Big inhale, you feel your belly lift, your hands kind of float up as your belly fills with air, or really it's just your diaphragm pushing down. And then as you exhale, you feel your belly kind of slowly drop as your diaphragm goes up. Inhale, your belly lifts as your lungs expand and your diaphragm goes down to create space for that. And exhale. Just allow the air to kind of gently, naturally flow out of the body as your belly drops. This isn't like breath of fire where we're using our navel to pump the air in and out. No. We want this to be very gentle, eventually almost effortless breath. So continue like that, long, slow, deep breaths all the way into the belly. If you're having trouble with that, no problem. Almost everyone does. We're very disconnected from our breath these days. And I find that most people are breathing just in the very top part of the lungs. Just taking short little breaths, which, don't feel bad about that, but it's definitely something that's a block to, experiencing life at its best. It's a block to feeling okay. The body needs us to use all of our lungs, all the way to the bottom. So, for the rest of this short class this morning, nay, for the rest of the day, I invite you to breathe as deeply as you can. Let that be your meditation for the day. Especially when we're stressed out, we need that deep belly breath. It's our best tool for letting the nervous system know it's safe, that the body's safe. So just a few more breaths here. Every inhale really feeling the belly expand. Every exhale really allowing the belly to drop towards the spine, towards the earth. As we breathe deeply and slowly, the mind and the body automatically start to relax and unwind. Feel the muscles around your shoulders loosen and drop towards the ground. Feel your eyeballs kind of sink into the head. The eyelids relax. The jaw relax. The more deeply you breathe, the more slowly, the more your body will automatically relax. And that goes the same for when you're in a high stress, highly emotional situation. You feel like you can't get control of your mind or your body and your heart's beating and you're sweating or whatever. When you're in reaction, and there's a lot to react to right now. But I'd be thinking, is it really necessary to take your body on that traumatizing trip every time? Or instead, can you choose something different? Can you choose a deep breath? Now, easy for me to say, cozy in my apartment right now. Just woke up. Everything's pretty chill for me. But how about, sometimes it's difficult to just get to that place where you feel like you can take deep breaths, although it gets easier with practice. But I'm going to recommend a really good way to get to that, even when you're having trouble slowing down, and I certainly need this sometimes, is moving your body. It's kind of a way to distract you from what you're really trying to get at, which is that deep breath. It's like a doorway into the deep breath. So let's add some movement, adding some more techniques here. Take another huge breath, inhale. Exhale, invite both your knees into your chest. Oh, give yourself a little hug. Maybe rock side to side a bit, massaging the low back. Shoulders are still relaxed on the floor. Head is relaxed. And now keep your right leg in and kick the left leg up. Whee! Roll both ankles, crack the toes. And notice if you've started breathing more shallowly. And just reconnect with that idea of filling your belly with air. Or letting your belly expand as you inhale. Keep rolling the ankles. Breathing deeply and rolling the ankles, that's a lot for me to think about at once. Totally. So if you accidentally forget to move your ankles, that's okay. Or if you lose the breath for a minute, that's okay. But with practice, wow, it just gets so much easier. And the benefits are countless. Roll your ankles the other way if you haven't tried that already. I'm starting to get tired in the ankles. That's good, building some heat there. We actually store quite a bit of stress in the ankles, believe it or not. And then press the heels away from you, toes towards your face, and then point the toes. Oh yeah. Kick that heel up, that left heel, inhale, and then exhale as slowly as you can and lower that left leg all the way to the floor. All the way till your heel touches the ground. And then you can let your left leg relax. And just come back to your breath. Long, slow, deep breaths into the body. Into the whole body. Into the belly. Okay, squeeze your knee in, compress your body here. And then we'll switch legs. So squeeze both legs in, take a little rock side to side if that feels good. And then we'll take the other side. So squeeze the left leg in, right leg goes high. Ankles are already pretty warmed up, but let's roll them a bit more. Check in with that deep breath. Change directions. And now really kick your heels away from you, toes towards the face, engaging both legs. Point your toes. Point your heels. Inhale here. And then as slowly as you can, exhale, and we'll lower the right leg. Use the strength of your arms to gently pull your left knee towards your chest. Right leg totally relaxed on the floor. We're getting a stretch not only in the left hip, but also the front of the right hip flexor. So you can always give yourself a little self-massage here, or press down on your hip flexor with your hand. And just a few deep breaths here. Both shoulders relaxing on the ground. Head nice and relaxed. Guess what? I'm tricking you into getting grounded right now without even talking about it. But the most important thing is to be on the ground, and that can just be your feet or your butt or maybe your whole body. That feels really good. And the second part is breathing deeply. So we are right in that sweet spot. I think next class we'll talk more about the specifics and the theory around grounding and some more practices. I think for this morning, Monday, it's good enough just to lay down, breathe deep, and get grounded. And notice how you feel. Okay, so squeeze that left knee in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Oh, and then invite the right knee in. Rock side to side if that feels good. We're going to roll over. into a cat-cow position, all fours. Hi, there's my face again. Okay, hands right under the wrists, knees under the hips. The sweater makes it look like, it makes it difficult to see the details of these moves, I know. So spread your hands wide. Tuck your toes into the mat, opening the back line of the body. And we're just going to come back to that breath, and we're going to use the body to help us with that. So I'm sure many of us have seen cat-cow. So drop your belly, tailbone up, shoulders up. Look forward. This creates a lot of space in the body for air. Big inhale here. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin, push the ground away. Compressing the body, pushing the air out. Feel your shoulder blades come apart behind you. Tuck your chin. Inhale, belly down, tailbone up, opening the chest. More room for air. Inhale more. Exhale, round and tuck. Push all the air out. Cat pose. Think of a Halloween cat. Meow. And we're going to continue like this for a couple minutes. So allow your eyes to close if you can. All this deep breathing brings gunk from the bottom of the lungs. And us in Portland and a lot of areas right now have a lot of gunk in our lungs. So don't be surprised as you practice deep breathing if you find that you're coughing a little bit more. It's because your body's doing its thing and it's cleansing junk out. So don't be alarmed. You can welcome it. Take a hot shower. Let the steam kind of help you out there. Every inhale, taking a huge, deep, slow breath in, dropping the belly, opening the chest. Think about your shoulders rolling away from your chest. Every exhale, rounding your spine, really arching up, pushing all the air out, really compress your body. And take about 3 more at your own pace. They don't have to be the speed that I'm going. Experiment with breathing through your nose or your mouth. Whatever you weren't doing before, maybe try it. Okay, as you're ready, come to a neutral spine, nice flat back. I'm going to do a quick shoulder opener, and then, yeah, we're in the home stretch here, but I bet you're already feeling way better. I sure am. Okay, so take your right hand under your face. Spread your fingers wide. Left hand lifts off the ground. I like to do thumbs up. And it's as if you're stringing a bow and arrow, and then back down. So we'll inhale to here. Lift your shoulder. Ooh, feel a little click in my hips. Exhale down. Let's string the bow and arrow again. If you feel okay like this, maybe you extend the left arm up and then down. And let's take 3 more with your own breath. You don't have to go as high as me or as fast. Just practice that deep breath and move your body a bit here. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up at your own pace. Maybe the arm goes up. One more. When you're good on that side, take whatever you need with the wrists. Shake them out, roll your shoulders. I like to take my palms of my hands down, my wrists forward. That's a good stretch. Whatever you need. And let's take the second side. So left hand more or less under your face. Thumbs up with the right hand. Inhale, string your bow and arrow. Elbow to the sky, look up. Exhale down. Take 4 more with your own breath. Opening the chest here. Make any adjustments you need so it feels better in your body. My body told me to move my hand a little out to the left instead of right under my face. A little more room feels good. The most important part is the breath. And when you've had enough, again, take what you need. Stretch out your body, shake out your wrists. Okay, back to hands and knees. A quick hip stretch. So go ahead and put your right foot between your hands. It might not get there easily. You might have to scoot it up. Right. But we're looking for more or less a 90-degree angle in the front leg. Knee more or less over the ankle. And we'll keep the back knee down for now. You might walk your back knee back if you're like, oh yeah, I'm super flexible in the hips. Or it might be more like, a square, and that's great too. So roll your shoulders back. You might stay just like this, breathing into the hips. Or if you feel ready for it, you might invite your arms up to the sky. You can also have your hands on your leg. That feels good, or really whatever feels good. Let's take 3 more breaths in whatever position you're in, inviting that air, the oxygen, the movement, the energy into all parts of our body. I find myself sinking into it more as I go. Okay, wherever you're at, take 1 more big inhale, maybe swinging your arms high. Exhale. And however you need to in your style, take your right leg back, taking the little movements you need. Right. And we'll take the other side, left foot forward between the hands. Kind of a right angle here, knee over the ankle. And you can scoot your back knee back if you want, but keep it down. We're chilling pretty hard this morning. Roll your shoulders back. Maybe you stay like here and just breathe deeply and allow your hips to open gently. Or if you want more, you can inhale and reach your arms up. And keep them up, or maybe place them on your leg or on your hips, whatever feels right. Just a few deep breaths in this position. Letting the legs, the hips, kind of get in on the goodness of this deep breath. I like to float my arms up here. It just feels good. And it helps me draw energy up from the earth and up through my whole body. Take whatever variation feels right to you. And we'll all inhale, exhale, and get your left leg back as it needs. Tuck your toes into the mat, take your hands wide, grip the mat with all 10 fingertips, and we'll send the hips up for a quick down dog. So let your head hang heavy. March it out, 1 foot and then the other. Push the ground away with your hands, push your butt up. And then start to walk your feet towards your hands. Boop. Bend your knees deeply, lots of weight in the heels. And inhale, roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Shoulders and head last. Ah. Yes. I'll adjust this. A couple more just like that, and then we're ready to rock for the day. So, weight in the heels. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale, sweep up. Big inhale. Exhale, forward fold. However you can get down. Nice bent knees. Let your upper body just hang over your legs. All right, weight in the heels. Inhale, roll up 1 vertebra at a time. Shoulders and head last. And one more. Inhale, reach up. Maybe a little back bend. Exhale, fold. Nice bent knees. The more deeply your knees are bent, the more of a stretch you'll get in the low back. And let's just stay down here for a couple breaths. Maybe take your feet wider if that feels good. Rock side to side. Maybe weight in the heels, weight in the toes. Lots of options for the arms. You can leave them hanging. You can interlace fingers behind the neck. That can feel good. You can grab the back of the legs. Okay, lots of weight in the heels. Bend your knees even more. Inhale, roll up one vertebra at a time. Shoulders and head last. Whew. Now we're ready for the day. Let me know if you do this class. Let me know how you feel. Let me know what questions you have. What is grounding? And we're going to be focusing on grounding this whole week. So whatever questions you have for me will help inform my classes and help me plan. So thank you so much. Hope you're feeling great this morning after that moving meditation. And I'm here for you. Please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions, any concerns. I'm available. And thanks for caring for yourself so you can better care for the others and your community and in the world. Love you. Namaste.